It's pretty unusual for me to talk about Nintendo, especially when they're not doing something that's, horrendously wrong, like the trademark copyright stuff that they've been doing with game mechanics and things along those lines. So sure enough, I was actually quite surprised to see the closer to you or close to you videos on YouTube and seeing everyone try to figure out what the heck all of this really means. At the end of the day, is it actually, teasing a new game, a new franchise, whatever the details are? But in fact, things were actually a lot simpler in a way that I feel like a lot of us didn't quite expect. The fact that Nintendo was in fact showing off their own animation studio in-house thing that they've got going on, and I feel like a lot of animated movies, short films based on their properties are going to ultimately end up, or even animating TV shows, animations that are very much in the style of something like what you would expect an Illumination movie to be like Despicable Me and whatever have you. And I feel like that's kind of part of the partnership that Nintendo and Illumination had when they made stuff like the Mario Brothers movie. But maybe I'm also reaching a little bit far into making some sort of meaning based on the stuff that's been going on. So Nintendo shed more light on the close to you videos that it released earlier this week, seemingly cooling expectations that people thought it was going to be part of like some new game, new movie. Like I said earlier, turns out it was nothing of the sort, but rather the fact that Nintendo Pictures was kind of flexing their stuff as a sort of how would I explain this, demo run of sorts. And so they did release some of the videos, or rather the second video on Nintendo Today, which is the daily Nintendo news app that you could use pretty regularly. Though, to be honest, I haven't been making use of it as much as I probably should have. But the video seemingly played on the lore set by Pikmin Bloom mobile game, which was then Pikmin inhabit present-day Earth but can't be seen by the human eye. Fans have previously speculated that about what the first video meant, and when the second video released, that speculation turned into whether it meant a new Pikmin game, movie, or animated series. And I really would have liked to see an animated series, but I don't know if it would have worked well, though. However, in a new post on the company's official Japanese Twitter account, Nintendo has stated both animations were short films created by Nintendo Pictures Animation Studio, implying that they aren't necessarily teasing any future projects. And so they basically said, we hope that you enjoyed the two Close to You videos released on October 7th and 8th. The company statement reads, the second video is available on Nintendo Today, a free app available on your smart device. I feel like no one at Nintendo can, talk like a normal person, and everything needs to sound like an ad. But basically, the statement continues to read, these are the first short films created by Nintendo Pictures Company Limited. Nintendo Pictures will continue to explore new creative possibilities through the video content. Nintendo acquired Japanese CG company Dynamo Pictures back in 2022, then renamed it Nintendo Pictures. In the past, before its Nintendo rebranding, the company created CG animation for a number of movies and TV shows, including Yuri on Ice, Iron the Witch, and Season 2 of Netflix's Ghost in the Shell, SAC 2045. It also worked on CG for Final Fantasy 13-2, which is interesting to note, and provided motion capture for titles such as Death Stranding, that's huge, New Replicant, again huge, Monster Hunter World, and Persona 5, again absolutely like sort of stellar group of titles to see work done by. This week's animations weren't the company's first work on Pikmin under Dynamo Pictures' name. The studio helped create the CG cutscenes in Metroid Other M. Okay, maybe they could have used something as a better example, but hey, we'll take what we can get, and produced a series of Pikmin short movies in collaboration with Shigeru Miyamoto for display on Wii U and 3DS. The company's message posted on the rebranding of Nintendo Pictures site in 2022 read, through our videos, we aim to make Nintendo characters known to customers around the world and create one-of-a-kind videos that will remain in their memory forever. And I feel like that is a message that I feel like Nintendo can really get behind, because keeping in mind, Nintendo has really, hoovered up a lot of goodwill and very positive sentiment for the games they released in the past. And people do see, even older gamers who are like, the NES, the SNES, like that was my childhood type of thing. And for people, I think, close to my age, which are more like, the GameCube era, PS2, Xbox, so people who grew up, playing on the GBA, DS, GameCube, and then obviously then went on to play on the Wii. Maybe not the Wii U necessarily, but then, of course, the 3DS, and of course now the Switch. So, I mean, already Nintendo has got a very long lineage in terms of positivity to remain in the memories of people forever. So sure enough, I feel like from an animation point of view, whether it's short films, feature-length films, or even just animated TV shows, or just random bits and pieces here and there, I feel like if they make it of good enough quality, which this certainly does look like it, I feel like that they really could accomplish that very goal that they're setting out to do. But I want to, leave that question up to you guys as well. Did you guys like watching this? And in fact, these videos are freely available on YouTube, by the way, so you can watch them up. But the close to you short films that they kind of made as sort of like a testing ground for Nintendo Pictures. To me, they look really good and really well done. So I do hope to see more things from them. Maybe something more related to Mario and Zelda to kind of start off with. I thought that Pikmin was a very interesting choice, in my opinion. But, I mean, things could have been a lot stranger further on down the line anyways. But with all that being said though, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to our channel. I'm aiming for 500 subs by the end of the year. And with all that being said, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.